TiECON Kerala 2024 is a flagship event of TiE Kerala. This year we are having the 13th edition of TiECON Kerala, and it will be held at Grand Hyatt, Kochi on December 4th and 5th. The theme of the conference is Transforming Kerala, Mission 2030. The objective here is that we want to celebrate entrepreneurship in Kerala. Right now we are all aware that Kerala has been doing very well of late. The central government has also recognized that and given us the EODB ranking of number 1 for the ease of doing business. And we must applaud the efforts taken by the Industries Minister, the Principal Secretary, KSIDC, Kinfra, all the departments working under the department of the various departments of the government, and also the Kerala Startup Mission, which has been doing great work in fostering entrepreneurship. TiE Kerala is a very important part of the entire machinery which is supporting entrepreneurship in the state. The theme of TiE Kerala over the years has been fostering entrepreneurship and an entrepreneur in every home. And we believe that over the last many editions, TiE Kerala has succeeded in fostering the entrepreneurship spirit in the state. As we move forward, we understand that there are certain problems which we face here, which we need to address. So the technical sessions will focus on the importance of MSMEs being scaled up, on the importance of startups, how they need to grow, how they need to be funded. There are several elements to TiE Kerala, one being the Kerala Angel Network, which takes care of the funding, the youth programs, which is called TYE, the women program, which is called TiE Women, DIA, which is the social initiative. So all of these will come together. There are also sessions which will be handled by very, very eminent legends in business. Of course, there will be people who share their views and thoughts from the political side, very eminent bureaucrats from all parts of the country coming in. More than 50 plus speakers have already confirmed, and 100 plus investors are coming in. So this is actually intended as a celebration of entrepreneurship in the state. On the main hall, the technical sessions will be going on, while in the smaller halls and the other venues at the Grand Hyatt, we have the Mentor Connect, we have Investor Connect, we have exhibition stalls, we have the whole area where the startup community, a pavilion where they can exhibit their products and their apps and applications, etc. And this is intended as a holistic experience where people come in and enjoy and learn from one another. A lot of one-to-one connections will be made, and the legends in the business are all charter members of TiE. So they're all here as organizers of the event, as volunteers of the event. That is something very unique to TiE Kerala, what we call charter members. And so they are all going to be around for 2 days, interacting with all the youngsters and with the MSME business owners and exchanging their ideas, exchanging their thought. Lot of organic relationships develop, and lot of investments also come in as a result of this. The TiE Kerala Awards is also an important segment of this program, where we are celebrating the leaders. There are 8 categories, right from the Startup of the Year, Scale Up, and Ecosystem Enabler, Next Generation, and finally the culmination is the Lifetime Achievement Award, where we celebrate the life of a legend who has spent substantial amount of period in time building up businesses and celebrating their success stories. So this is a great opportunity where people come together, and as a result of the relationships built, we believe that it is going to ensure that the entrepreneurship ecosystem is going to go much farther and wider in the years ahead.
Do you know an entrepreneur's greatest strength? It is the support of a strong professional team that understands business and foster meaningful discussions. In Kerala, TiE Kerala is the community, a premium business network that celebrates and supports entrepreneurship. This year, TiECON 2024, Kerala's only premium entrepreneurial conference, is happening on December 4th and 5th at Grand Hyatt, Bolgatty, Kochi. Recognized as one of the best organized entrepreneur meets in India, TiECON 2024 aims to create a thriving entrepreneurial ecosystem, encouraging policies that support business growth and transforming Kerala into a land of prosperity. The conference offers unparalleled opportunities to connect with over 100 plus investors across various sectors and interact with 50 plus entrepreneurial talents from around the world. It's a unique platform to network, learn, and create ventures that stand out. This year's Mission 2030 is to empower entrepreneurs and drive development across the state. So save the dates, December 4th and 5th, and let's build a brighter future together at TiECON 2024.
Mainly we changed the venue actually. So For the last 12 years, we've had it at the Meridian. So this year, we've actually moved it to the Hyatt to upscale the event to another level, which by itself changes the feeling for TiECON as we. So many people have called us and asked us, why have you changed? So nice that you've changed. And also, given the status of the event, I don't think we had a choice. We had to go to the Hyatt. That is one. Second, I think what we're trying to do is, as per most people's request, we want people to connect with each other. So we're giving ample opportunity for people to connect with each other, network, talk, because I think that is what today's content is. An opportunity for people to meet and exchange views. So I think that's the priority we're given this year. See, TiECON is basically an entrepreneurship festival. Though we call it a conference, it's a confluence of entrepreneurs from across the state, country, and a few globally, which makes it very different because most of us are used to hearing things about what is happening locally. And unless we open our ears to what is happening outside, we will not aspire to be something else. So I would call it an aspirational opportunity for us to think beyond what we are aiming for today. And I think that's what we need today. We need aspiration. So that's something we're looking for. Entrepreneurship by itself is a challenge because you're on your own. Though people say I have a team, at the end of the day, the buck stops with you. So that by itself is a challenge. Now, to add to those challenges, you have the market which is changing every day. So today you have an idea. By the time you've processed that idea is already obsolete, or someone else has already started that idea. So the time to market is also very important, where your idea has to come. So all of us have ideas. I think if you take any person, we have ideas. I think the successful people are those who've been able to implement their ideas. So the challenge in entrepreneurship is a guide to how to implement those ideas quickly with the least mistakes. And that's what we're looking at to provide through mentorship and investor connect extra in TiECON, where probably the mistakes I have made as an entrepreneur are not repeated by a startup entrepreneur today. So that's the opportunity we are looking at. And I think that's what, if you ask me as a single most challenge, the challenge is that. ISAF, Paul Thomas Edukar. So Paul Thomas was awarded with the Startup Entrepreneur of the Year many years ago. And after that, he's got the Entrepreneur of the Year award. So അത് തന്നെ growth ആണ്. ഒരു ബാങ്ക് തുടങ്ങി കഴിഞ്ഞ ദിവസം IPOയും ലിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്ത് now ഈസ് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാവുന്ന ഒരു വ്യക്തിയായിട്ട് മാറിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. And multiple. So you take any entrepreneur today, you see the growth of these entrepreneurs, you've seen them exit, you've seen them start new ventures. Not just the attendees, could also be the speakers who came to you probably 10 years ago as something, and today 10 years later they're coming to you as someone else. They came to you as an entrepreneur, today they're coming to you as a research or someone who's a mentor. So growth is not just in money terms. I think I see growth as someone who's moved from an entrepreneur to a mentor. And we have a lot of them today at TiECON. See, as I said earlier, entrepreneurship is about challenges and the number of mistakes that you make. So what we are trying to do with TiECON is to mitigate those risks by giving you inputs on how to avoid the same mistakes that other entrepreneurs made. And that's very important. That's one. Two, you need to connect with people to get other ideas, because sometimes as an entrepreneur, we believe that our idea is right. You need a bouncing board to bounce off this idea, or bounce off, probably you're stuck in your entrepreneurship journey and you don't know where to go next. And that is where when you come for a TiECON, you start meeting people who've been successful, who've successfully transformed their businesses, or people who've been failed in their businesses. And I think both are important. Who will give you inputs into what you could do to take your business to the next level. And here I don't just mean startups. See, I think we focus a lot on startups, but if you look at Kerala as an ecosystem, I think our largest problem is a small scale or a just about medium scale company which has not grown. And they don't know how to do that. So can we provide an ecosystem for them to go to the next level? And that is what we're trying to do at TiECON. So we're giving that, I think it's just a platform for people to interact and understand where to go next. See, students today are in a classroom, and it's very important for students to understand what's happening outside of their classroom. TiECON is a perfect example of how they could understand where to go next. We talk about entrepreneurship, we talk about making job creators rather than job seekers. It's easier said than done. So they need to come and understand that it's not a rosy journey. It's not that you start a company or do whatever and become successful. And also to understand that time span is not the 1 year which you assume it is. So that is one part of it. The second part of it is just to ideate or challenge students into thinking beyond their current resources. I always believe, like C.K. Prahalad said, your aspiration has to be higher than the sum of all your resources. So can we make students dream for that? That's one. Two, as a large country, we have a lot of social problems. And each of these social problems is a business opportunity. So can we, for example, that's what we focused in TiECON, for example, we focused on our vertical called DIA, where we are seeing what is the opportunity for Kerala as an ecosystem and which of these systems can provide a job or an entrepreneurial opportunity. So in that, we are giving students or anyone else for that matter to think and say, okay, if this is what Kerala is going to be in the next 10 years, where do I plug myself in so that I can be part of that journey? And I think that's very important. See, the entrepreneurial ecosystem, what we want to do, what our tagline is, an entrepreneur in every home. And entrepreneurship is not about just starting a business. So what we are trying to do is we are working with government agencies, we are working with companies, we are working with individuals, we are working with communities and saying what is it that we need to do. So it is, for example, if you take TiE for example, I can just take you through the whole process of TiE. At the school or the college level, we talk about the TiE Young Entrepreneur or the TiE University. We are already challenging children to think about business ideas. So they are put in through a mentoring process. They go for the nationals and the global awards. Some of our students have won the global awards. So now you have already got that mindset. Now for the next level, what you want to do is you want to mentor. So you have mentoring happening. Now you have a small idea which came in. So we have Capital Cafe, which will actually hear your idea with investors. It's the first stage of your entrepreneurship journey. Then you have Kerala Angel Network, which is actually there to provide you money as an initial fund to set up that journey. And also the Mentoring Institute, which is mentoring you throughout this process. So if this is what I say, it's not intervention at one point, it's intervention across your journey. And since we're doing intervention across the journey, I hope, or we hope, that the success would be far higher than just me talking about entrepreneurship. And I think that is where we're trying to differentiate TiE, and this is what we say, we keep intervening at every aspect of your thought process in starting a business and running a business. To take that to the next level is what I said, we have a lot of small and medium scale industries who want to go to the next level but don't know how. Can we intervene there and how do we do that? So that's what we're trying to do.